All right, how are you? So today we are going to be looking at plant parts, and we know the main parts are the flower, the leaves, the stem, and the roots. That's the main parts. So I want you to get the sheet out that has those pictures on it that we colored yesterday, and you're going to cut the roots out. It's going to look like this. You're going to cut the stem out. It's going to look like this. You're going to cut the leaves out, and you're going to cut the plant out. Now, I already started this video and I had to delete it because I couldn't figure out how to get this together. So pause your video, get those cut out, and then turn it back on. Okay, you've turned it back on. So what you're going to do is, this is the back page. Alright, and then the stem goes right up at the top. Line them up at the top. And it fits. And then you take the leaf page and you line it up at the top. Okay, and it fits. And then you take your plant, your flower, and you line it up at the top. Okay, so it all fits. Now I want you to take a stapler or tape, whichever one you have, some kind of way to fasten it. Staple, staple, staple. Okay, now we have a little book. All right, and before we glue it in, we are going to write on it. We are going to write from our definition sheet, and you do not have one of these, but Miss Amy has one, and so I'm going to call out what to write down. Okay? And you spell it as good as you can by sounding it out. Alright, and if you need help, ask Mom. And I'm going to recommend that you use a pencil because a marker will bleed through. So I want you to fold this one up, and we're going to tell what the flower is. The flower makes seeds. Make is a long vowel, so how can we make it long? With a silent E. Makes seeds. E-E. Makes seeds. All right, we're going to say one more thing. It is the pretty, P-R-E-T-T-Y, pretty part, R in stars. It is the pretty part. We do not have to have complete sentences on here. So the flower makes seeds, and it is the pretty part. Okay, pause your video if you need to. All right, here we go. We fold the stem up, and we have a place to write about the stem. The stem is the stalk. So write that down. Stalk. Awk and walk. Do you remember how to spell awk and walk? Stalk. It supports the flower. S-U-P-P-O-R-T-S. Supports the flower. I'm skipping lines because I can. You can read it better. It's the stalk. It supports the flower. I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to put a dot by stalk. That way people will know that's one part. And then put a dot by supports. That's two parts. Let's see if we can go back and do that on this one, because we have two parts. Make seeds. That's one part of the definition. And the second part of the definition, it is the pretty part. It helps you read it. It helps you know what goes together. Alright, so this was stalks and supports the flower. Pause your video if you need to finish writing that down. The next one, we're going to tell what the roots are. What did we do, the leaves? Miss Amy messed up. Okay, I am so sorry. We have to erase. This book is confusing me. Oh, I am so sorry. Alright. So this part is the flower. We don't have to erase that. This is supposed to be for the leaves. I know it's showing the stalk right here, but the stalk is going to be defined right here. So leaves. Oh, leaves make the food. Make the food. Leaves make the food. Okay. And then the next one is the stem. So it is the stalk. The stalk supports the flower. Supports the plant. We're just going to say supports the plant because not all plants have flowers. All right. And that's what the stem does. So you have to lift it up to see what the definition is for that one. So it's a little confusing. All right, and we are going to need this one. I wondered what this piece was for. I thought, well, maybe we don't need that. But we do. So I'm either going to tape it or I'm going to staple it, and I have staples, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to put 2 more in there. Alright, so what does the root do? So in order to find what the root does, we have to look behind it, okay? So the picture goes with what's behind it. You have to bend it and flatten it out so it will work. Alright, what is behind it is the root. So it attaches. This is the definition. Attaches, A-T-T-A-C-H-E-S. Attaches to the ground. So it attaches to the ground. Brings water. Ing and king. Brings wa and wash, water, or in verse, brings water and nutrients. That's a big one. It's N-U-T-R-I-E-N-T-S. All right. So it looks like this. Attaches to the ground, brings water and nutrients. Okay. All right. So now let's fold it back down. We are going to put glue, and stick glue will be perfect for this because you don't want it to wrinkle. I do not have stick glue, so I am going to put my glue on here. And now you want it to go to the corners because you want your edges and your corners to lay down. So be sure you cover it. Can you see how I've covered it? I've got a few little bubbles on there. We can smooth them out. Okay. Glue on my hands. Alright, so I want you to hold your book up. If you open it up one side, we have plant needs. This is going to be the side that we work on. This is your middle. Don't put it in the middle. Don't put it on the sides that has plant needs. Put it on this side that's bare. This long, skinny side that's bare. Try to get it on there evenly. That means the same space at the top and the bottom and the sides. You're going to have to rub going down because you don't want to wad up your book. Rub, rub. Put it on a flat surface and press and rub. Ta-da-da! Look at our book. Look at us. We are fabulous. The flower and the little definition. And then we have the leaf and the definition for leaf. And the definition for stem. And the definition for roots. Oh dear me. We are doing so good. I cannot wait to see your plant books. Alright, I just got a text from Braylon's mom and she said hers has not sprouted yet. So I'm wondering who all have had sprouted plants and who have not had sprouted plants. She did say it was on the porch, so I know that I leave mine on the porch sometimes, but I take it out into the yard where it can get full sun. So, and it needs several hours of full sun a day. Okay, so maybe Braylon, if you take it out on the porch, that will help. Be sure that it is moist. You don't want it dry and hard, but you don't want it to be flooded in that pot either. It just needs to be moist. And I know the seeds are good because other people have had them sprouting, so let's just give it a little more time and see. But you know, sometimes it doesn't work, so we just have to try again, and that's part of learning. So just give it a little bit more time and let's see if it'll sprout, because remember, it takes time and space. All right, that is all we are going to do for today, and tomorrow we will try to put another book together. All right, so I've enjoyed doing this with you, and I hope you're having fun.